Welcome! The island of Krk is the largest island in the Adriatic and our today's destination. We're going to pay a short visit to the island Arab, where we'll jump into some traditional dances and try out some local produce. Stay with us! The town of Krk, or how the ancient Romans called it, Splendissima Civitas Curictarum, in the translation, the splendid city of people of Krk, is one of the oldest urban settlements in Croatia. The city is enclosed with thick walls erected in the 1st century BC. Throughout history, they were constantly upgraded and improved, and the last time they were worked on was in the 15th century. Almost every house and street in Krk has some historical value or interesting remains. So, for example, as part of a boutique, we can see the remains of the Temple of Venus in a glass-covered floor. The upper city gates allow us into the square of the Glagolitics of Krk. Interesting for its nickname, Little Vatican. Namely, the square is a sort of a sacred center of the city, since there are several churches and monasteries there. The Krk Cathedral is visually the most affluent building in the city, and its bell tower dominates the space from anywhere you look at it. Along the northern part of the cathedral, Roman baths have been discovered, and almost over whole of the area of the old town of Krk, a few meters below the ground, we find numerous traces and testimonies of the rich Roman city of Curicum. Bela Plaza is the main square in the city of Krk. In the center of the square, there is a hexagonal well from the 16th century, with interesting sculptural relief representations. The most notable rulers not only of Krk but also of the wider area throughout Primorje were the Counts Frankopan, who were based in the city of Krk. At their time, the city flourished with many buildings and fortresses. The most famous fortress is Kastel, which guarded the city from the attacks from the sea, and the quadrangular tower served as a courtroom. At the Camplin Square, in front of the castle, life typical of medieval towns went on. In honor of the Count's Frankopan, the famous Kneginja cake was created. However, it did not originate from the actual recipe, but from the assumption that because of their wealth, as many as 3 types of premium chocolate would certainly be a favorite of the nobleman. The city of Krk takes great efforts to care for its beaches. This is indeed visible at every step. Every year, there is a new part of a beach aligned, or the existing ones are complemented by new amenities. As many as 6 blue flags on beaches of Krk testify to the high purity of the sea and the abundance of the beach facilities. Whether you are a fan of pebbles, rocky or concrete beaches, you are sure to find something to your liking. The Wakeboard Center Cable Krk is located at the very entrance to Punat. This sport is getting more popular by the day and is especially loved among younger guests. The lift is 650 meters long and runs at 30 kilometers per hour, which is perfect for beginners and advanced wakeboarders. Those more advanced will enjoy ramp-ups for leaps and run various water acrobatics. For those who still prefer calmer forms of entertainment, can sit back comfortably with a glass of wine. Particularly interesting is the House of Krk Prosciutto, where guests can observe all the preparation that goes into creating of this delicacy. Krk's prosciutto is interesting because it is actually a combination of 2 schools of prosciutto. While Dalmatian prosciutto is usually processed with skin and smoked, in Istria they dry it and process it without skin. So, Krk prosciutto is a combination of the 2. Unlike Dalmatian, it is not smoked. It is already dried, and unlike Istrian, it is treated with skin. Of course, besides watching the production process, here you can taste this top ham. Apart from prosciutto, there are the unavoidable Krk šurlice, a traditional type of noodle. The southernmost part of the island Krk is located in a beautiful large bay. From the times the first tourists took to this area until today, it has been more than 110 years. Bashka has turned from a small fishing village to a real tourist beauty. It is best known for its Vela beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in the Adriatic. Apart from the beautiful beach, we will introduce you to many other interesting things one really should explore in more detail. Due to the excellent climate with plenty of sunny hours, Bashka is an ideal destination from early spring until late autumn. numerous cycling and hiking trails, hotels with indoor pools, lots of fun and recreational facilities certainly ensure that beautiful place such as Baška stays even more interesting and attractive all year round. The entrance to Baška is marked with an interesting monument, the letter L in the Glagolitic writing, which marks the start of the Baška path, an educational path where all the interesting places in Baška are marked in Glagolitic letters. Glagolitic script is an old Slavic writing system, which originated in the middle of the 9th century and remained in the Croatian territories until the 19th century. In 1851, in Jurandvor, at the Church of St. Lucia, a tablet made of white limestone was found in the floor of the church, with the inscription on the Glagolitic. Baška tablet is the first written document mentioning the ruler King Zvonimir in the national language. Within the church is a museum, which hosts various cultural and artistic events. A small souvenir shop is a great little place to find unique souvenirs in the Glagolitic. After all, this island is the cradle of the Glagolitic heritage in Croatia. On the hill above Baška, there is an easily visible Church of St. Ivan. Here are the remains of the earliest Baška settlement, from 418, which was completely burned and destroyed by the Venetians in 1380. Baška Vela Beach is about 800 meters long and, in our opinion, one of the most beautiful beaches in the Adriatic. White pebbles on the shore and fine sand in the sea make it ideal for children and fun games in the shallow waters. Large waves rolling on the warm sea make for exceptional fun times when the wind Bora gives them a lift. Along the whole of Vela Beach, there are numerous catering facilities with really great offer, including a variety of refreshments and delicious food. Speaking of food, let's take a closer look at the island's most famous specialty, šurlice. It is a variation of a hollow dough similar to the žrnavo macaroni that we've already encountered on the island of Korčula. The production method is very similar. The dough is manually molded by a knitting needle and boiled in hot water. It is served with various kinds of sauces, and the traditional recipe is accompanied by lamb or beef goulash, with the addition of grated sheep cheese. The modern alternative combined with seafood is also excellent. A especially with a glass of the original white wine of the region, Žlahtina. We are leaving the island of Krk for a short while, with the help of our Sea Help friends, who will take us to the neighboring island of Rab. There's a real feast getting prepared at ACI Marina Supetarska Draga. Supetarska Draga is also the name of the place and the bay, which is the natural extension of the most fertile and the largest field of Rab. 3 small islets in front of the bay with beautiful sandy beaches make this a real little tourist paradise. In such a fabulous ambience, the ACI Marina enhances the overall tourist offer of this picturesque part of the island of Rab. This place is famous for its clean sandy beaches, which are protected from the wind, attracting more and more sailors, especially families with small children. The marina is open all year round, and since increasing its capacity, it has 328 berths in the sea and 53 places on the mainland. With all the necessary service, this ACI Marina is also famous thanks to the superb gastronomic offer of the local restaurant. We were welcomed by the well-known archers of Rab, who kindly escorted us to the reception, presenting traditional songs and dances. Needless to say, there were also numerous delicacies of the island of Rab. Good food, good company, and an excellent ambience are a good enough reason for fun and partying to last long into the night. The next destination we're about to visit on the island of Kırk is situated in a beautiful bay known for its many interesting coves and beaches. And the center of this area is Malinska. The name Malinska originates from the 15th century and building of a mill. It was once the main port for the export of wood and olive oil from the island of Kırk. Malinska is abundant with beautiful beaches, and as they turn into promenades, they stretch all over the area. Nicely decorated and maintained, they're a paradise for swimmers and seaside fun enthusiasts. Given the geographic position of Malinska and its natural protection from cold winds, Mediterranean vegetation is lush at every turn. Numerous villas are surrounded by beautiful gardens with breathtaking views. The large beach in front of the hotel, with an excellent water park, is ideal for children. The lounge bar is a fun spot and active at all times of the day, until later hours when surely enough great parties take over. Throughout the day, DJs and loud rhythms of the latest hits are put together for younger visitors. The beach in front of the hotel boasts an excellent a la carte restaurant, where guests and swimmers can refresh during their all-day stay on the beach. Malinska is famous for its old traditional trades. At a small shipyard, we looked at the repair of the traditional coastal boat. It has to be maintained by the original recipe. Here, the boat is made entirely manually, and the production of one such vessel takes about 6 months. As we've mentioned earlier, the island of Krk is famous for its top-quality white wine of the sort Žlahtina. Originally, this variety grows on the mainland, in the surroundings of Novi Vinodolski. The epidemic of grape phylloxera in the late 19th century almost completely destroyed this sort of grape. Therefore, it had to be completely moved to the island of Krk, where it grew healthy and rich. At the winery, we had a chance to taste some excellent products made from Žlahtina, and we were particularly impressed with the sparkling wine, which is not bitter at all, but it is not too sweet either. A truly supreme quality sparkling wine. An important branch of production are also olives, that have proved their excellence at international fairs. And the olive oil from the same production is almost always winning gold medals and first places. Intoxicated with delectable food, wine and olive oil, we return to the beach where we'll find a refreshment in the beautiful and pure sea. Until our next episode.